Remarkable that he was composed enough to share that, and so grateful that those moments, so personal.
Marianne Ahern joining us now, of course, has been speaking to people close to Reverend Jackson all day today.
He has. And you know, you've certainly covered Jackson over the years. Those Saturday Operation Push meetings, a lot of people liken them to church. Reporters didn't want to miss anything because they knew that news was going to be made there.
Right. It was a must. It was a must go to. Absolutely. We knew that whether it was an upcoming election, Reverend Jackson was going to weigh in no matter the topic. You might say it was the laboratory for activism. Whatever that issue might be, the war in Iraq, an opening on the Supreme Court, a concern over clean water in Flint, Michigan. Operation Push was where you would get Reverend Jackson's take, and the elected leaders knew he was going to hold them accountable.
You talked about Jane Byrne in that story a little bit earlier, all those roles in Chicago politics. Big role on the national stage as well. I mean, Reverend Jackson had a tremendous impact on how the Democratic Party nominates its candidates. Could you talk a little bit more about that, how he was able to make that change?
One of his legacies for sure will be this. His presidential campaigns, they were groundbreaking. In 1984, Jackson received 18% of the vote, finishing third. In 1988, he received even more votes, 29%. He forced the Democratic Party to change how the nominee was chosen and reduce the power of those winner-take-all primaries. We spoke today to Delmarie Cobb. She had been his national press secretary for that 1988 campaign.
One of the major rules that he changed was that instead of delegates going all to one person in a state, it then became proportionality. So each candidate got a proportion of their delegates based on the vote. And that made the way for Barack Obama to become the president in 2008.
He was the bridge from Martin Luther King to Barack Obama.
Absolutely. There would be no Barack Obama had there not been a Jesse Jackson, because Jesse Jackson knew how to use his leverage in strategic ways.
Finally, if you ever heard Reverend Jackson speak, it wasn't just those one-liners, and they did. You heard them, of course. But what caught your attention also was he knew how to speak quietly. He would make the crowd really listen to him by the way that he spoke. And that is really one of those moments I will remember for sure.
Certainly a gifted orator, and what an impact in so many areas of life. He knew, like Delmarie said, he knew how to use his influence. He really understood it very well. Key strategist. Thank you, Marianne.
And you've had a front row seat for a lot of that.
Yes, amazing.
For sharing that with us.
Thanks, Marianne.